Hey, I hope everyone is doing okay and nobody you know has been taken away. It's time. I can't put it off anymore. Yeah, there are things that I want to talk about in this video. Stuff having to do with the summer, what's going on outside right now. But none of that will be discussed in this video, because this video is dedicated to something else. So let's get to it. All right. It's time. Guess we should probably move this out of the way. We'll do it here. We'll look at them here. That's a good spot. Okay. Oh. Remember them being this heavy. Okay, so I don't know, should we start with the big one or damn it. Ow. I wonder when that happened. I guess because they were so wet before, now they're just drying out. And they're getting brittle. Yeah, so I wonder if we should start with the small one or the big one. Let's start with the small one. Put this out of the way. I moved things around a little bit to try and get closer to this. They're still really dusty. And I figured I'd just let you know there's a lot of construction going on outside, but that's kind of how it is just about every day. We're just gonna have to deal with the noise. Hopefully it doesn't get too bad. If it does, I might have to stop the video and continue later or another day. But first, we'll start with this little guy, and then we'll get on to this big guy. I don't know if we'll be able to do all of it in one video, but I think we're probably going to have a lot of videos about these, but it's time to start. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. Right. It still smells like fresh wood on the inside. On the outside, it doesn't really smell too hot. Probably because of the fabric, but on the inside it smells nice. Okay, so it looks like we have a hat, fur lined. Guess that feels like velvet or something. Pearl clips or pearl embellishments. Looks like there's like a damask pattern on the velvet. kinds of gunk, but the fur is so soft. There's nothing else inside. I guess it's like a hat pin. Where the sticky part is, though, that's the actual. Oh, there it is. See that in there? Guess that's where the. Oh! Yeah, that's where you would stick it in your hair or something, that sharp part. Okay, just tuck that back in. And no markings inside of the hat aside from this like little metal bird. Looks like a crane. You can see it. Hopefully it's showing up on the camera. Okay. So, hat. Fur. Let's smell it. Doesn't really smell great. Let's smell it again. Yeah, smells like the fur is kind of rotten. Maybe not the fur, but like, I guess the flesh inside of the fur. The hide or whatever. I mean, the fur is not falling out, but yeah, it doesn't smell amazing. It smells like it smells like damp fur, even though it's not damp anymore, which is not a great smell. If you have pets, you probably know what that smells like. But it's in good condition, really good condition. A little crusty inside, I guess. Looks like there's like wiring in the hat. Yeah, there's wiring so you can kind of shape it to your head or your hair or whatever. Okay, hat. Something else that's velvety. Lots of clips. Not sure what this is. Okay. Kind of like what are those things called? It's like is it like a mantle? Is that what it's called? Something that you wear around your neck, I guess. It's pretty dusty. Let's smell it. Just because I'm weird and I want to smell everything. Yeah, I think probably everything in here is gonna kind of smell the same. Musty, like it maybe was damp at one point. But it's got all kinds of. That is. Okay, so it's lace or some sort of trim and velvet. Look inside. No tags. It's fraying a bit. Yeah, no tags. Just a row of clasps. I guess it attaches behind the neck. Quite a stunning piece. Oh, damn it. I missed one. Quite a stunning clothing item. Where you would wear it, or what era this is even from. There. Pretty. Really pretty. I guess it opens at the front and the back, too. Okay, so if anyone's seen anything like this before, if you're into fashion, Maybe you can tell me what era you think this is from. Kind of seems timeless, but also kind of seems like maybe it's something that could have been worn in the Victorian era. It's still really solid and good shape. Aside from that little bit inside that's fraying. Where is it? I guess there's some oh, shouldn't be pulling threads. Oh yeah. Well, maybe I won't tug on it. I don't know how old any of this stuff is, so better to treat it with care. Okay, so there's that, which is like some sort of frilly neck dressing. Put that here, put the hat on it. Okay, what else have I got? Okay. So tiny. Oh my god. So it's like a tiny little doll. Dirty. I feel like I should clean her up. It's got bits of stuff. I don't know if I should pull it. What if I pull her hair off by accident? Look at her little hat. Okay, so I've got a tiny little doll. Porcelain. Okay, porcelain hands. She's jointed, not at the elbow, but at the shoulder. Her chest is porcelain. Her hair, I'm not sure what it, oh god, the construction. I'm not sure what the hair is made of. Looks like it's sewn in. Probably don't need to do this right now, but I'm a little obsessive about things like this. So I can't really help myself. It's all in her hair, but it's gonna be like a 5-hour-long video if I just pick everything out of her hair and that's it. Okay, so she's got a little dress, ceramic maybe, and just trying to see if there's any markings or anything. Got an underskirt. She's got little like pantaloons, little feet. Definitely not jointed in the legs, but ceramic. Whole body is ceramic, I guess. No squishiness anywhere. Okay, let's see. Pretty dirty. So I won't take the hat off, might as well just leave it on. The hat is like a rough, feels like wicker, like it's hand woven or something. Maybe it is, it doesn't feel like plastic. It's so small. Just tied around her throat. No tag. Afraid to wash the clothes, but it'd be so pretty if it was clean and dust-free. Her face was clean, look at that. Her arms were clean. Right. So, pantaloons. Oh, something on her back. Do you see that? You probably can't see that. Get it into the sun. Do you see that? Right there. Let's see what that is. If I can even get this out. Safety pin. Okay, there we go. There. Oh, I can't even read it. Let's see. Looks like it says storybook doll. I don't know if you can read that. There, get it closer to the camera. Looks like it says storybook doll. And I don't know what the other stuff below says. Okay, well that's something. Oops, pants coming off. Guess it was all connected with the safety pin. Just pin it all back together. Okay, so we've got a storybook doll, and I guess that's the brand or something. Yeah. Okay. She's so cute. Wonder if she has a name. Okay, so put her over here. Okay. I know what that looks like a collar. I mean, the other thing, this velvet thing kind of looked like a collar. It has to be, like, where else would it go? But this definitely looks like a collar. Like rose imprinted fabric. Looks like it's like the end of a cord sealed with something shiny. Some kind of wax or something. And no labels. Clasps. Interesting. Okay. There, something like that. I guess you just see all of those on the back of the neck. This seems in pretty good shape. Oh yeah, I forgot to smell the doll. Let's smell the doll. Weird, so of course the doll smells musty too, but it also smells kind of like powder. You know, like one of those powder puffs that you use to put makeup on with after it's had powder on it for a while. Yeah, this fabric doesn't stretch and no tags inside, and it's definitely a collar and seems kind of Victorian, Gothic, something like that. Pretty. The roses they're like textured. They rise up out of whatever this fabric is, which is also really nice. It's not like they're just a print. They're like a texture. It's really pretty. Okay. So it's like a collar. This is actually going pretty smoothly, and I'm kind of relieved because it's not creepy. I mean, it is creepy because we don't know who these trunks belong to. But so far the stuff in here is pretty cool. Just wish something had a tag on it. But we do have storybook doll, so at least we can maybe like date the doll or check online and see if something comes up about that. Okay, and now looks like there's more lace filled with all kinds of stuff. Yeah. No idea what this is. also pretty, kind of like a veil or something. Like a shawl, maybe. Yeah. Like a shawl, or maybe something you would wear. Ow. I'm just kneeling on the floor, and the floor is hard on my ankles. Okay. Yeah. Triangular in shape, if you can kind of see. It's one sort of longer end, and that's the triangle at the bottom, and it's like another longer end. Definitely no tags inside. And it's got like a sort of daisy flower pattern to it. Kind of just smells like the doll, I guess because the doll was laying on it. A little powdery, smells a little bit like wood and musty. Okay, so, and not frayed. Good condition. Nothing's been chewing at it, which is good. So we'll put that over here. Okay, I'm gonna lift the camera up a bit. There. Try to get a better angle in. Yeah, you can tell my fingers are starting to get dark, gray. Everything's gross in there. Dusty, dirty. Maybe you can't tell right now. They were pink in the beginning, and now they're starting to get brown or black. All right, well, I mean, let's go for the shiny thing. Okay. There's nothing. Oh, shit. Here. Oh, did you see that? What's that? Well, whatever it is, it's it's patterned like whatever's on the lid. Oh, there we go. I don't know what that is. Let me smell it. Not too close, obviously. Doesn't really smell like anything. Maybe like smoke a little bit. This. Wait a minute. Oh my God. Oh God. Okay, so there's a possibility that maybe this is ashes, like cremation ashes, but it's so small, right? I mean, if it is something like that, maybe it's like the cremains of a pet or something. Like that's, well, maybe if it's even too small for a pet. It's probably too much for a mouse. Okay, no problems, no problems. We don't know for sure what this is. It's a little grainy, not total perfect powder. And yeah, I don't know what to think about that. Spoke a little too soon about things not being creepy, but at the same time, it doesn't sound like there's anything else in there, just that. Okay, so let's just put that there. I think that's some doll hair. Now, what are these? Look like shoes. Yeah. They look like shoes that somebody has worn, but like, Nobody's foot could fit in that. Can't be kids' shoes, could they? I mean, they have a heel, so it's like they would be for an adult, but nobody has feet that size. So they're like, maybe that's silk, sewn. The heel is kind of spongy, but also kind of hard. It's like some sort of little lined pattern separating the two fabrics from each other. Maybe this is silk too, the pink. And whatever this is, this design, the flower and the butterfly has been embroidered onto the blue silk. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, the heel is kind of hard and spongy. I'm not sure what's in there, but it's definitely a heel. I wonder why it would have that incline. It's like a high heel. Weird. Tiny little stitch at the front. Guess they're like slip-on. I mean, clearly they've been well loved and used. But by who? Maybe they're like shoes for a life-size doll or something that somebody had. That makes more sense. Oh, looks like the heel. This is coming off. Yeah, I'm gonna smell them. Why not? Weird. They smell kind of sour. Not really sour, but like stale, but not like stale like the fur on the hat. Smell it again. I can't quite place it. Kind of smells like old, or like kind of like sweat, like old sweat, like reminiscent of sweat or something. Look at that, the inside of the heel, or the bottom layering of the heel. It's got something metallic, some kind of metallic underneath. Yeah, look at all that. What's that? Oh, what's that? Huh. Broken. Metal. I wonder if that's, I don't know. I really don't know characters. Chinese or Japanese? Korean? Probably not Korean, I don't think. I wonder how it broke. Let's see if I can get it up close to the camera so you can see. If anybody knows what that is, as if it's a coin. Or maybe it's like a pendant for a necklace or something. Yeah, let me know. I don't know what it is. So we'll put it back in the shoe. So if it was in the shoe, did it fall in the shoe or was it put in the shoe? I'll show you the inside of the shoe. It's kind of what it looks like. Put it back in the shoe. We're looking for clues right now, right? So we've got Victorian looking stuff so far. We've got that little storybook doll over there, which I don't know where that could have come from. We've got some sort of powder, which feels like it could be ashes because I had a pet and it died and I did cremate it. So definitely feels like pet ashes. And then we have these little weird shoes, which could be doll shoes. They're like big for doll shoes, so they'd have to be for like a life-size doll. And then we have this little coin pendant thing that was in one of the shoes with some sort of language on it, symbols, and I don't know what they are. Okay. My fingers get dirtier and dirtier. Let's see. I need to go get something to sit on. I'll be right back. Okay. I don't know. Guess we'll do the next shiny thing. Well, just kind of nervous. Okay, it's like, oh. It's like a lock. There's nothing on this either. No engravings. It's not dated. Made of metal. So is this. You can see the inside. Let's see if we can open this. Maybe it doesn't work. Oh, it's as tight as it'll go. Oh! Okay. There's something on it. Looks like it says SG. Pretty heavy duty. I've never seen a lock like this before. Like, what do you even use a lock like this for? Okay, so does anybody know anything about locks? How old could this lock be? Definitely works. Yeah, it works perfectly. It's not even greased. I guess it doesn't even need to be greased. But it's pretty heavy. Really heavy. This is really cool. I like stuff like this. Let's smell it. Oh, it smells like metal. It got that like weird coppery metal smell to it. Yeah, but it's in perfect condition, I guess, for however old it might be. So yeah, anybody know what era this kind of a lock came from? Let me know in the comments. And it's got SG on it. Which, I don't know what that stands for, but that's the only thing that's really on it at all. Okay. Oh. Okay, let's maybe just put it here. So, let's take a look at this. It looks like it's like a top. It's so dainty. I don't even know what this is made of, this fabric. It's like a see-through, feels like not like shiny silk, but like some kind of silk. It's so thin and gossamer. And then we've got lace, little straps. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Okay, it's pretty dirty. Looks like it's fraying a little bit. Look at that. Like a little top. Guess you would just tie it at the bottom. It's like an under top, but completely see-through, so it has to be lingerie, something that you would wear underneath something else, right? Victorian style. Maybe Edwardian style? Huh. It's got little tiny snaps sewn into it. Buttons. It seems to be sewn pretty well. But definitely hand sewn, not from a factory. So pretty. It's like little sort of flowers on it. Kind of like lingerie, I guess. And it's like another hat pin. Can't be real. Look at the clarity. There's no way that that's real. It's gotta be a costume jewel, right? It's brass, sparkly. And here's the sharp end. Not really sharp anymore though. Okay, so we've got this hat pin, which is a giant pearl, and then we've got the red one. This, I guess, would be used with some other hat, but I don't think there are any other hats in here. Okay. And okay, we can't avoid it anymore. Take a look at this. Whoa, this is a heavy. No marking on it. I don't know what kind of metal this is. Would it be brass? It's heavy, polished. A couple of animals. Looks like that animal is eating this animal's ass. I'm sure that that's not what it is, but that looks exactly like what it is. Kind of looks like a donkey. They kind of look like donkeys, although maybe that's horns. And then those are the ears on either side. See? And what is this guy back here doing? Looks like he's got lines down his body. Like a zebra, kind of. Same patterning on both sides. Really heavy, which is cool. And let's see. What's that? No idea what that is. Oh, it's like crumbly. See? It's like caked in there. Oh, I guess it's not totally, it's not loose. It's not like it's loose powder, but you can definitely scrape it out. Let's smell it. Oh. Oh. I've smelled that smell. I've smelled this smell before. It's so familiar. It's the same smell. It's the same smell as in my dream. It's the same smell in my dream. I don't know what it is. I still don't know what it is. I smelled it in my dream, but I still don't know what it is. It smells familiar, but I don't recognize the color. It smells like a spice, but it also just smells kind of old and maybe like a little rancid. Not rotten, not disgusting, but not fresh, but familiar. I don't even know what that could be. Or where this came from. The designs, you know, it actually kind of looks like something you would see maybe in India. You know, like the carvings in the temples, sort of. It's really heavy. Someone was using this for something. Don't know what. Huh. Okay, so we've got that weird lock. We've got these weird little either giant shoes for a doll or shoes that are way too small for an actual human. Lingerie, lacy stuff and collars that are kind of Victorian themed. Although I don't know what era this hat would be from. And then we've got this little storybook doll, all ceramic. And then we've got this thing that looks like it's from India. Oh yeah, and we've got that coin with those carvings on it that looks like it could be Chinese or Japanese or something else. Everything's too heavy. Maybe I can... There, I can lean it. It's better. Well, this is actually kind of fun. All right, what else have we got here? Can I also say, like, this is a lot of stuff in one tiny trunk. Like, look at how small the trunk is. That's my hand compared to, like, the actual inside of the trunk. Okay, so... looks like... is that a skirt or something? Oh, that's a crotch. I guess it's underwear, but like, I guess, is it like huge underwear? Oh no. It's got a hole in the crotch, no pun intended. So same, definitely matches, the fabric matches, it's just as transparent, just as delicate and gossamer. That's a different type of trim. It's creating the sort of band or the waist, you can see. And looks like it just has buttons on the side, so you can button it up. It's starting to fray up here too. Okay, so it's like a little set. Panties and the top. And I'll smell it. This smells like the powder that the doll smells like. All right, so far so good. We're almost there, I think. Let's take a look at these. These are pretty dirty. Ties to something. Pretty colors. Not sure what they would be used for. Looks like they're still attached together. Maybe they were never used. It's another set. These ones are even dirtier. These ones are pretty too. The colors. Got 3 little tassels on the ends. These ones are tied together too. See. Okay, put these. Okay, and carry on. Making good progress. Oh. More ties. These ones aren't attached. The ties all look like they're silk, like braided silk. And the ends are really soft. They're just filthy. I guess because maybe they're at the bottom of this trunk. I don't know what you would use these ties for, but if anybody knows, just say. And take a look at it. Oh, that's a paper. Okay. Whatever's even written on it will be able to give us some more clues, right? Stuff. Okay, let's see. Take a look at this. This is like a scarf, some sort of fabric, also thin. Doesn't feel like silk. Okay. Oh, wow. Fuck. Keys. Oh, my fingers. Keys. Huge keys. Like, what do you even do with that key? Okay. Like, what do you, oh, it's cracked. How does a key this size even get cracked? Can't even crack it, or I can't even bend it myself. It's not even budging. It's another little key. Two little keys. Another key. They're all so different. Like that one has a little hole in it. This one has a hole in it, like this key for this lock. See? Kind of the same. They must open the same kind of lock. That key doesn't seem so old. I guess maybe it is, but it's maybe not rusted and like that. Made out of a different type of metal, I guess. It's got a number 10 on it. So it doesn't look like any of the keys have any markings on them. Aside from this one, which is a number 10. Why would someone have all these keys in here? Keys just smell like old metal. Guess I'll just kind of wrap them back up. Let's take a look at that ring. Guess it's been wound with some sort of cord. Leather, maybe? And sealed up with something so it doesn't unravel. Okay, so we've got keys, random, put those there, and well, let's take a look at, that's a picture. Let's save the picture for last, maybe. Oh, what the fuck? Holy Jesus. Some sort of a bell, but it doesn't ring. That's a horn, it looks like. It is, it's a horn. Oh shit, I don't want to break it. Do you know what that is? It seems like it's, I don't feel like I'm breaking it. I feel like it's, uh-oh, maybe I did break it. Shit. Maybe not. It fits like a glove. No. Okay, I think that seems like come out. Looks like there's black stuff on the end. Oh. Huh. I'm gonna smell it. Doesn't really smell like anything, but there's definitely stuff on it. Let's see. Oh! There's black powder in there. It's like it doesn't go all the way in though. This just kind of dips in, I guess. Let's see if that has a smell. Honestly, it smells like camel. The horn doesn't smell like animal, but whatever is inside of this smells like animal. This black stuff smells like a horse stable. Ugh, really doesn't smell great. But it's clearly... They're just getting filthy, but this is cool. It's like, what is that stuff that you can get in the drugstore? Coal, not C-O-A-L. It's like K-O-H-L or K-H-O-L. It's like a type of, I don't know actually what coal is. I don't know what it's even made from. It's like this though. It's like a black powder that you would add a bit of water to, and you would do like your eyeliner with it. But I don't think you have to add water to it for the ones in the drugstore. You can just, they already come like in liquid form. Okay, this is amazing. It's like a makeup applicator, but like, look at it. Look at that. So you have this whole thing just to apply makeup? Got these little bells, these little bits of metal. Beautiful. Some sort of symbol, but no writing in any language or any marks. Not sure what that's been stuck on with. Something hard, like rock hard. Wow. Okay. I don't know. Where would something like this come from? But really fancy and big. Okay, amazing. All right, is anything else in there? There's something. Oh, the dust. The dust in there. It's getting into my nose. All right, no idea what this is. Looks like more symbols. If you can see. Asian symbols, looks like. I don't know what they mean though. Do you guys know what they mean? And this is some sort of, almost looks like maybe it could be like a belt buckle or something. Metal. Again, no markings aside from what these symbols are, which we don't know. Up here, looks like some kind of a symbol in the middle. And I don't know what these little guys are, some sort of design. Actually, you know, kind of looks like some sort of an animal, like a bug maybe. See? Let's see if I can get the pin. Take the tip off. There. See, those look like wings, kind of. And like maybe those are the eyes, nose, ears maybe. It's not a bug. It's like, could be a bat. Oh, look at that weird little curly tail. Looks like it could be hang on. Oh, I have to get closer. Let's see. Look underneath. Those look like fangs on either side of its mouth. See? You see that, right? Looks like a bat. Looks like a bat from that angle. The fangs, the eyes, kind of like the brow, weird nose, ears, and I don't know about the body. The body's kind of weird, but those look like wings. Or am I tripping out? On both sides, they're like embracing this symbol, if you can see it. Looks like it's pretty worn down, actually. This one doesn't really seem to have fangs, but that one does. Or maybe it's just like got its mouth open, like it's sucking this up, or like eating it. Weird. Yeah, okay, so I have no idea what this could be. I don't even know how you could use it. Yeah. Let's take a, put it back on. Might have to move this whole operation into the sun. I think I'll do that right now. Okay, there we go. Not sure how long we'll last in the sun. My phone might overheat, but oh yeah. Let's see. Let's see what this is. No idea what that is. Ooh, it's pretty sharp though. Could definitely stab someone right through the brain with this. Right through the eye. You know, actually, it reminds me of that orbital lobotomy, where you stick it right in the front corner of a person's eye, like the corner of the eye that's closest to the nose. That's how they would do those. What is it called? Like a prefrontal lobotomy or an orbital lobotomy or something? I'm probably getting it wrong. They had some kind of a tool like this, but I think that they had like a handle attached to it so that you could hold it like that, and there would be a bar that would go across your fingers to get a nice strong grip. And then you would strap the patient down and you would stick that through the front part of the eye and just kind of all the way down to the base. I guess it was probably measured out so that you didn't puncture something really serious, but I guess the whole point was to puncture something serious in order to make a person kind of zombified or docile. Yeah, so you would stick it through the front part of the eye and then you would just kind of swish it around, and you would basically be like liquefying that part of the brain that supposedly controlled like the mood of a person so that they would be less aggressive or less violent or less moody or something. I'm sure that that's not what this is, but it definitely reminds me of that. I don't know what this could be. It's still really sharp though. Maybe it's a hat pin? It seems kind of thick for a hat pin though, although I guess it's not that much thicker than this. But this is a real hat pin, like, I don't know what that could be. If you know, let me know. So, we're almost there. We've got a few things left on the bottom. Looks like we've got some more. Look. Looks like that's the same symbol on the bottom, but the symbol on the side's different. Looks like the symbol on the top is the same. Maybe this symbol on this side is the same. Definitely seems like coins or pendants for a necklace, but I don't know. I think I've seen coins like this before, but I can't remember from what country or what culture they come from. Put them in the shoe. My phone might overheat. Let's check this out. Everything's just covered in forest. Everything's definitely dry though. Get that. Printed, something printed. Sort of necklace covered in gunk. It's weird. Looks like it's been sealed or glued with something yellow. This is weird. What? Got a weird, felt like I was being watched. Hang on, let me go see if someone's at my... Nobody knocked, but... I think it's fine. I don't know what this is. I don't know where it could come from. It looks like this is wood and metal. And this looks like it's like a waxed leather cord. Looks like it's splitting there. How do you even open it? Open. I don't even know how you would open this. You like squeeze it. Oh. Okay. Don't know anything about that, but kind of feels weird. Now that I have this in the sun, I'm too hot. We're gonna move this up a little bit so that I'm not sitting in the sun because I'm getting sweaty. This can be in the sun. I just don't want to be in the sun. Storybook doll. Okay, so okay, so that's another lock. It smells like metal. Has a number 1 on it. Okay, so it looks like that needs one of those keys that has a hole in it, like this one. Let's see if one of our keys work. Not that we need to open it, because it's not like it's locking anything, but... So, not this, not that. Not that. It's got a number 10. There, this one. Or this one. No. Well, obviously not. Yeah. Okay. There-ish. And don't force it. Oh, there we go. There. Okay. So all of these keys must... Yeah, it works. They work. These work. I don't know how old they are, and they don't have any markings on them aside from this having an SG, which I don't know what that stands for, and this having a 1. And all of these keys naturally are going to open locks. I don't know if we have those locks in the other trunk, but they all open something, clearly. We've got 2 locks. This key just happens to be attached to this lock, and this key for some reason is on the keychain, but interesting. Why would someone have all of these keys and these locks? Unless they were, you know, it was their job or something. Okay, interesting. Is that it? Something else. Oh, look at that. 925, what does that stand for? Does that mean that it stands for like it being silver or something? I can't remember what that marking means. Oh, look at that. Look at how beautiful that is. This kind of feels like Art Deco. It's kind of bent. Little clasp. And it's got the 925. Look at how gorgeous that is. Dreamy. Okay. And we have, what the fuck? Okay. All right, that's, what's that in there? I have no idea what that liquid could be, and there's like chunky stuff in it. Like, what is that? Do you see that? I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can. I think you can. See that? It's like stuck to the inside of the glass, that chunky stuff. I don't know what that is, but some sort of liquid, and the lid doesn't come off. So I don't know, whatever was in here, it probably is disintegrating, or maybe the inside of the bottle, like underneath the lid, is disintegrating and it's dropping all this crud into it. Doesn't smell like anything. Just now all I can smell is metal from handling all of those locks and keys and other metal stuff. Definitely weird though. Whatever it was, seems like it's gone bad now. Kind of gross. Nice chain though. All right. Oh, wow. Okay, so we have more. Oh, shit. Okay, let's see. Let's try to get all this stuff. So that's just more. It's more of the same. There's lots of these. There. Huh. Japanese or Chinese? Or maybe Korean? I don't know how old these could be. Do you think that's like a date on the back? Or like a value? Not all of them seem to have that on the back. Some of them do though. Okay. And these are different. These look like coins, kind of. They've got writing on them. Writing on one side. They're so small. Look at the tip of my pinky. So for size comparison, it's like the size of one of my fingernails. Yeah. So writing on one side. Those look like, kind of like familiar letters, right? Let's see if I can get one up close. What language is that? Let's look on the back. There's something on the back, on the backs of these. Okay, it's a horse. Can't even see the back of that one, it's so destroyed. Yeah, look at that. Look at this. Oh, it's so hard to show because it's so small. Can you see that? That's a horse. That's somebody on a horse. Somebody riding a horse. I hope it's coming up clear on the camera. There. Crazy. These were definitely... They have to be coins. I just don't know what the front says. I'm gonna look up all of this stuff online and see if I can find... I need to be able to report back to you guys and figure out what this shit is. What is that language, though, is what I want to know. Do you recognize it? Okay, so we've got these little guys. We'll stick them in the shoe, too. And now we have this. Snakes on the back, wax seal. And we have this, which is all wrapped up, some sort of something. And this. Something's written on the back of it. Do you see that? Looks like Overton. Kenton Overton. Overton. Sealed with wax. Oh. I can't see it. Can you see it? It's hard to see in the sun. There. What does that say? 𝘍𝕬𝕚. Oh. Shh. I don't want to break it, but I want to see what that says. Fuck. 𝘬𝕬𝕚. 𝘬𝕬? Yeah. That's what that says, I think. Otino? O-T-I-E-M-N-O. O-T-N-O. 𝘬𝕬. Or 𝘬𝕬. I don't know if that's an O or an A after the K. 𝘬𝕬, O-T-N-O. Kenton Overton. Same initials. Let's see. Wow. Who is this? Who is that? Are they married? She's got a ring on her finger, but I wonder if it's a wedding ring. Looks like she has... Here, let's get this. Looks like she has a ring on the same finger. Handsome guy. Looks like a heartbreaker. Also looks like he's in some kind of uniform, maybe. Like, what's that? Right there. Part of the uniform? Huh. So you think that's 𝔻𝕚𝕚𝕚𝕚? Or 𝔻𝕚𝕚𝕚𝕚? We'll have to look at this again when it's not so sunny. Here, let's move this again and take a look at it in the shade. That's better. Lady killer. Something about the look in his eye. His eyes. She seems... I don't know. Something about the look in his eyes. Maybe he was just trying to romance her, and so he decided to get pictures done with her. Maybe he was in the army or something, or he was getting ready to go away. Maybe she decided that she wanted these pictures taken so that she would have something from when he left. I don't know why this picture would be in the trunk, because it's all feminine lady type things in there. The trunk clearly belongs to a woman. Or, you know, somebody queer. But this is the only thing in there that's kind of different. I wonder if the trunk is hers. These trunks are hers, maybe. That's a possibility. That would make sense, right? 𝔻𝕚𝕚𝕚𝕚. 𝔻𝕚𝕚𝕚𝕚. All right. Well, there's nothing that we can really do about this, but it's interesting because that means that this whole trunk is connected. Obviously, it's connected to a person, not a creature. And this is glued or sealed shut. I don't know if I want to rip it open. But we have names, at least two. 𝔻𝕚𝕚𝕚𝕚. 𝔻𝕚𝕚𝕚𝕚. And this photograph looks like, I don't know, could be from the 50s? 60s? It seems more 50s vibes than 60s, doesn't it? All right. Okay, so this is not nearly as traumatizing and as disturbing as I thought it would be, which is great because that is going to motivate me to keep going. Oh, shit. Yeah. Yeah. These are good things. The only thing that kind of weirded me out a little bit is this guy. Just got a weird feeling like someone was watching me, but I know it's not the creature because it's way too bright in here everywhere. Even in the darkest, shadiest parts behind my bed, it's still very bright. It's sunny everywhere, so there's another one. That's another one, a different, yeah, you can see the horse. Kind of. The other one had a clearer imprint of a horse, and a guy riding it. Some more letters on the back, but not English. can't read it. Okay. And we have this photograph of 𝔻𝕚𝕚𝕚𝕚, or what was it? 𝔻𝕚𝕚𝕚𝕚. Maybe she's 𝔻𝕚𝕚𝕚𝕚. His eyes. Something weird about that. Alright, my phone's about to die. I've well and truly exhausted the battery with this one. The next time I do record, which will either be next week or the week after that, we can go over this together. We can look at this together. I'm not going to look at it without you, because I think we need to learn together. Yeah. Maybe we can look at this, though. And I want to look at this, but I don't think I'll have enough time to go over whatever's in this before my phone dies. We'll leave it. We'll leave it. Leave this. And let's just look at this because it's small and I should be able to fit it in. There. Kind of. There. Okay, let's see. Looks like it's from the same... Okay, well, let's just read this. Nothing finished. You can see that. I once had the curiosity to look into a little girl's work box. And what do you suppose I found? Well, in the first place, I found a bead purse, about half done. There was, however, no prospect of it ever being finished. The needles were out, and the silk upon the spools all tangled, and I guess that probably said drawn, into a complete wisp. Laying this aside, I took up a nice piece of perforated paper upon which was wrought one lid of a Bible, and beneath it the words, "I love you." But what she loved was left for me to conjecture. Beneath the Bible lid, I found a sock, evidently commenced for some baby foot, but it had come to stand just upon the little heel, and there it seemed doomed to remain. Near to the sock was a needle book, one cover of which was neatly made, and upon the other, partly finished, was marked "To my dear." I need not, however, tell you all that I found there, but this much I can say, that during my travels through that work box, I found not a single article complete. And mute as they were, those half-finished, forsaken things told me a sad story about that little girl. They told me that with a heart full of generous affection, with a head full of pretty and useful objects, all of which she had both the means and the skill to carry into effect, she was still a useless child, always doing but never accomplishing her work. It was not a want of industry, but a want of perseverance. Remember, my dear little friends, that it matters but little what great things we undertake. Our glory is not in that, but in what we accomplish. Nobody in the world cares for what we mean to do, but everybody will open their eyes by and by to see what men and women and little children have done. Nothing finished. What a strange... What a strange thing to have saved and wrapped up. It's kind of like this, well, it's not actually, but this trunk is full of pretty things, but it's not like there are things in here that are unfinished. It's just funny that it talked about a box full of lovely things, and we found this in a box full of lovely things. Let's check out the back, because clearly this is taken from something. Maybe from this. Okay, so... destruction of plant lice with the fumes of rosin. M. Delalot writes as follows to the Revue Horticole. For a long time, the greater part of horticulturalists who occupied themselves with the culture of the peach. So whenever this was from, they were clearly still making typos. Employed for the destruction of aphids which infested this tree the fumes of tobacco, an excellent method, I admit, but which has always appeared to me very expensive. That method I have replaced with success by another, the cost of which is comparatively insignificant. For several years I have used the fumes of rosin, which supplies them more abundantly than tobacco, and which thus far has given me results equally satisfactory. It suffices, I think, to point out this expedient to the attention of horticulturalists who should not hesitate to use it, seeing the little cost of the rosin compared to that of tobacco. Okay, so that's kind of like advice to horticulturalists or to people who are gardeners, maybe, I guess. Considering this and Nothing Finished is on the same piece of paper, makes me feel like this is probably from a newspaper, because we still have things like this in newspapers. You know, we have like personal sections and advice sections, places where people write stories, and then actual news. This feels like a newspaper. Let's check that last little bit at the bottom. Peaches for orchard houses. After noticing kinds that failed, the Gardener's Chronicle says, trying to get it focused. Sort of peaches that have borne and are bearing a full crop. Abec, Early York, Early Savoy, Early Gros Mignon, Red Nutmeg, Gros Mignon, Crawford's Early Violet, Hative, Noblesse, Early Anne, Acton Scott, Coolidge's Favorite, and Royal Charlotte. I guess those are all peaches, peach varieties. These are all yearly ripening sorts, and reasoning a priori, the fact supports your opinion that the shoots must be well ripened to produce fruit. The late peaches, as a rule, make their growth later than the early kinds and did not last season ripen their shoots. My nectarine trees, with the exception of the Roman and early Newington, 2 clingstones, and rather late sorts, are crowded with fruit. It's like a garden section. Let's see the stuff up top. I've seen it. I don't know what this is up here. It's all cut off, but it says exhaling a rich, spicy fragrance. It is hardy, growing on sandy and often in rocky soils. I don't know what we're talking about here. I've seen it flourishing on a rock where it had insinuated its roots between the rock and a growth of moss. A very little pains will introduce a few plants into the coppice, or among the groups of evergreens on the borders of the lawn, where they will flourish and multiply from the self-owned seed without any further trouble to the proprietor. E. Ferris, Little Mountain Lake Company. 1862. 1862. This is 1862. This is something from 1862. Look at that. Look at this. Fuck yeah. Okay, we've got a date. Is all this stuff from 1862 though? There's no way that this is from 1862. They aren't dressed like people from 1862. Why would this be in here? Look at that. Oh, we've got so many things to research. Can't really research this, but it's an interesting little story. But we've got Little Mountain Lake Lake Company? Lake, is it Colorado? Lake Colorado? It says O after it. Anyways, we can look at this. We can look at, oh shit, what was Storybook Doll? We can look at Storybook Doll. We can look that up. What else? I don't think anything else had any engravings on it. We can look up the names. We can look up Kenton Overton and Kamau Otieno. And the coins. We can look up the coins and I can see if I can figure out their origin. My phone's probably gonna die in seconds, but oh my god, that was so eventful, so useful. So many incredible things. And this is English. This is English. The coins are not. I don't think anything from any English-speaking country, I don't think this belongs to an English-speaking country. We've got these big locks, we've got these keys. The doll is clearly from an English-speaking country because it's printed right on the ceramic body. All right, that was a lot. I don't think there's anything else that we can do. It's gonna take forever for my phone to charge again, and I need to stop filming because I need to do research, and then I'll come back. I don't know what it is, but I know it. Oh my god, what a mess. And we don't know anything about this. I don't know if you can get ashes tested. It must be so expensive. That way I'd be able to find out definitively if these are the ashes of an animal. Have to be though, right? Let's just root around in here and see. Doesn't seem like there's anything in here except whatever this is. See those chunks? If you can see. Wow, this is a lot of stuff in one little trunk. All right, this was amazing. I'm so glad that I did this and just didn't decide to just leave them maybe back out in the forest. There is still a possibility that whoever these trunks belong to is still out in the swamp, like their body. And I don't want to think about that just yet. But we've got things to explore. We've got more things to look at when we come back for the next part of this video. We'll focus on this stuff, the paper, and this. And then we still have another whole giant chunk to look through. Honestly, my mind is reeling. There's just so much. There's so much here. But at least we know where to begin. And I'm feeling optimistic. Yeah. Okay. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for doing this with me. And again, if you want to join me in this and you want to try and help, let me know if you can figure out the storybook doll, like where this came from, what era. This is the 1862. Oh yeah, this location, Little Mountain Lake Co. 1862. maybe we can figure out something about that. And the coins, I'll show you them one more time. I don't know these characters. If you recognize them, what language, let me know. And these as well. There's the horse on the back that somebody's riding. Yeah, look at that. And then the letters on the back. Okay, we have a lot of stuff to go through. All right, thanks again. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. This is good. This is good. This is good. All right. Bye.